Hey, man. You know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. It's the Mind Muscle Mastery Podcast. I am Coach Bey.
Queen Nai.
And man, we in here, man. We in here, and blessed to be, and hope that you in here with us for those who follow us, man, normally are. Uh, you know, life circumstance. You know what I mean? But here we are. Here we are, man. You know what I mean? And it's always craziness, right? It's always madness, man. I mean, don't get it confused. Love, man, and liberty and passion, man, is all uh hopefully in your life as well. Hopefully in your life as well, man. Hopefully God is first and foremost in your life, and after Him, man, things are just happening. And if they're not, then it's possible, man, that you take a stop, take a stand back, man. What did Don say? Stand back and stand by. You know, it's stand back, man. From your own life and look at yourself, man. Look at what's going on. Reflection is the business of man and woman. So when you're sitting there, man, in life, and you get in that car, you tell them Coach Bey, man, told you to get in the car of life. Now we're metaphorically speaking now, right? In the car of life, and you adjust that rearview mirror when you're wondering about things going on in your life, right or wrong. You adjust that mirror, and you're able to see behind you, man, as to correct things you did or mistakes that you made. Either way, man, you're able to correct those. You're able to see the things that you did correctly, man, and gain from those things. Either way, man, we gain from mistake and we gain from the things that we do correct. So again, man, this is Mind Muscle Mastery Podcast, man. I am Coach Bey, personal trainer, man. We say this all the time, man, but I must say it so the credentials, man, that I come with to even speak about the health thing, because that's the first thing that we talk about, because that's how the podcast was formed. That's what it was all about. I took a lot of time, man, spent in school, personal trainer, exercise recovery specialist, nutritionist, life coach, all these things in order to bring services, man, to individuals in the community, in order to serve you, a life coach, a physical trainer, in order to serve you, right? So in order to serve you, first and foremost, what must I do? I must serve myself, right? So, I'm in the gym, man, every day. And if I'm not in the gym, I'm inside the house. And that's why we have King and Queen Fitness Personal. That is my company. That is a parent company. Uh, that is kingandqueenfit.com. The Queen is got a line, man. There's some stuff going on. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. If you don't know, fitness buff, man, used to be a security company owner. You know, decided, man, based on what was going on in life, to bring you the truth, man, bring you the news in a fashion, perhaps, that you can understand. Now, today, man, you hear me? You better believe this shit, man. Understand me? Today, man. Today, as I sit here with my 100 King shirt on, right? Today, on the Mind Muscle Mastery Podcast, I have some infamous information. You hear me? I'm talking about, I ain't gonna bring you no bull crap. Well, I got some infamous information, something that obviously is very impactful, man. And I want to welcome y'all back, man. I want to welcome everybody who's been here. I want to welcome everybody who's a continuous listener. I want to welcome everybody that's your first time listening. If you're in the U.S., if you're in Singapore, if you're overseas, California, New York, Kansas City, Chicago. What's up at home? KCMO, man. I am a Kansas City native. And welcome back, man. This is an episode, man. It's officially podcast day, and we are diving straight into the biggest, most disruptive headlines shaking up the world of medicine and health, man. And that's real. I'm talking about some of the most disruptive, man. We got big news. Big things are going on, man, in health, in the world of health, man. And I'm proud to be a part of it. And I'm proud to be a part of some of the research going on. I'm proud to be a part of just, the broadcast, the news, one that, is in front of a mic, man, while the Queen is in front of a mic, man, and we are in the fight. If you're not active as my guy, the Popper said down in Kansas City, man, then stand down. It's easy to open your mouth, man, when there's nothing coming out of it. So today we are tackling, man, a massive lineup. We are breaking down a historic 7-month regulatory shutdown that forced the FDA to approve a first of its kind mRNA flu vaccine. We talked about this on the last podcast. That is from Moderna. It is a groundbreaking flu vaccination. The mRNA flu vaccine. It's tough, man. It performs faster. It's got a broader spectrum. It's just tough. Plus, we explore sci-fi sounding breakthrough in cancer treatment, man. And that's just, man, I'm gonna tell you, that's just it, man. If it ain't nothing else, I can tell you today, man, then I thank God for being able to enlighten you and tell you about cancer research, man, and some groundbreaking discoveries that have been made for pancreatic cancer victims, man. It's big, man. Again, man, go tell your mom, man, go tell your dad. If you know somebody suffering from pancreatic cancer, man, then definitely go tell them. A genetically engineered live virus designed to hunt down and destroy advanced skin cancer also is out there, man. So those suffering from skin cancer, those who want to do more tanning, those who want to spend more time in the sun rays, listen, this is your opportunity, man, without the fear, of possibly contracting cancer. So then we shift our focus to a critical conversation on Black health. You know me, right? You know me. If you can't see, man, then I'm gonna tell you I'm Black. But if you can't see, then you know me, right? So we gonna go into a critical conversation, man, on Black health. We look at the immediate trial by fire-facing the CDC's historic first Black female director, man. Hey, I'm talking about, and listen. I wouldn't care if the queen come out with a white hood on. You hear me? The Black woman directing the CDC right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, man. Listen, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at, man. If you don't have something of your own, go get something of your own. Young Black men, young white men, it don't take nothing. $25 will start your business. Get with the coach. I'll lead you through it. For those creators all over the globe right now doing podcasts, this is ours. So to some degree, we can say we want to say aside of threats, we are not regulated by the FCC. So grab your nuts, man, and lead your people. If you ain't active, got something constructive to say, then shut the fuck up. And I said that. You know what I mean, Coach Bey. So again, man, we got stuff going on, man. So we got a historic Black female director of the CDC, man. This is ever. There's never been a Black director of the CDC that is female. So this is historic. This is great, right? In a devastating new study proving exactly how systematic discrimination acts as a physical toxin inside the human body. Now you say, Coach Buddy, whoa, sounds like something that you talked about when you were decoding diabetes. Wow, right? So it comes back up, right? It came back around. How the stress, how the impact, how we are disproportionately affected, how we wound up already having the DNA, baseline DNA, the baseline genetics for diabetes, right? And then there
actually press.
Okay, so man, we are here. This is the medical frontier, man, because it's so much going on. Uh, so let's get into it. Okay, so let's go, man. Let's go. Big drum roll, man. Big drum roll. Big drum roll, man.
Oh, that wasn't a drum roll.
You know what I'm saying? Big chill. a big chill, right? And a shout out, man, to everyone who has lost someone to cancer, man.
Fuck
As they
cancer.
say, as my queen has, as they say, man, fuck cancer. That's my attitude about it. Use my language. But the biggest cancer news right now centers on two major regulatory milestones from the FDA. The formal acceptance of a game-changing pancreatic cancer drug for review and the accelerated approval of a unique engineered viral therapy for advanced skin cancer. Do you hear me, man? I'm talking about, listen, I'll tell you again. The biggest cancer news right now centers on two major regulatory milestones from the FDA. The formal acceptance of a game-changing pancreatic cancer drug for review and the accelerated approval of a unique engineered viral therapy for advanced skin cancer. Right. So we are making strides, man. We are making we're doing it as far as trying to figure it out. Shout out to all the researchers. Right. Shout out to those who fought to keep cancer research alive, what we still do have alive. Right. Shout out to the moonshot. That was Joe Biden. Shout out to everyone out there, man, that has to deal with this situation, cancer, man. This is used to me. The FDA accepts application for pancreatic cancer drug daraxonrasib. Daraxonrasib, right? That's DARAXONRASIB if you want to look that up. The FDA accepts application for pancreatic cancer drug daraxonrasib. Revolution Medicines announced that FDA accepts its new application for daraxonrasib, an oral inhibitor targeting metastatic pancreatic cancer. The impact. Pancreatic cancer is historically one of the hardest to treat diseases. In its phase 3 clinical trials, daraxonrasib, son, this is the name of the drug. Forgive me for not being able to pronounce it correctly. Daraxonrasib stunned researchers by nearly doubling the average survival time, extending it over 13 months compared to just 6.7 months on standard chemotherapy. So this is doubling, right? This is doubling lifetime, right? This is doubling lifetime. And if it's a short time and it's doubling, well, then it's just even more urgent. It's just that much more important, right? But this is right now in the beginning, it's doubling as they expand and learn more and expand the research on it. Then hopefully it gets to expanding years, doubling years in lives, right? The impact. Pancreatic cancer is historically one of the hardest to treat diseases. In its phase 3 clinical trials, the drug stunned researchers by nearly doubling the average survival time, extending its time over 13 months to or compared to its 6.7 months. So it's doubling life. How it works. It specifically shuts down mutated KRAS genes, which act like stuck-on switches, driving runaway cell growth in 90% of pancreatic tumors. Current access. While full formal approval is pending, the FDA has already permitted doctors to request the drug immediately at no cost through an expanded access compassionate use program. Do you hear me? Are you hearing me out there? For all those out there, man, you know someone suffering from pancreatic cancer, if you suffer from pancreatic cancer yourself, a groundbreaking drug that's just came out, a groundbreaking drug. I'm sorry, look, I'm fumbling all over myself, right? Uh, Again, current access, man, I know you're like working on getting that. Uh, while full approval is pending, the FDA has already permitted doctors to request the drug immediately at no cost, right? I did say that at no cost through an expanded access compassionate use program. Concurrently, Eli Lilly's similar KRAS targeting drug, olomorasib, was just granted FDA breakthrough therapy status for pancreatic cancer. Man, look at God. You hear me? Look at God out there, man. Making things possible, man, and allowing those potentially with cancer, man, to live a longer life. Unfortunately, man, some of the people that we love won't experience this treatment. But let's be thankful, man, for those who will. You know what I mean? Remember this, the Coach Bay said, man, the pure in love, the pure in heart, give love and don't demand it in return. Again, the pure in heart, man, they give love. We give love and we don't demand it in return. So that is that, man. You know, I'm telling you that's crazy, man. Go tell your people right now, go look that up. We're gonna take a short break. Be right back.
All right, y'all. We are back. We are back. So, I have a few things that I am going to speak about today. Few interesting things I found trending online. Some of these are like, what the fuck? But we'll talk about it. First up, the U.S. Marshal Service and Virginia State Police are currently searching for a Danikia Rochelle Boyce. She is a 37-year-old Black woman who is accused of fatally shooting 2 male co-workers at their workplace. Now, Danikia is a 5'6". She's 5'6" and weighs about 160 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Now, on July 23rd, 2026, a shooting occurred at the Virginia Department of Transportation, near Route 288 in Chesterfield County, Virginia. The victims were, Rayshawn Eugene DeLarge and Philip Avery Wilson. Rayshawn is 30 and Philip is 34, both from Emporia, Virginia. Now, the state police said that Ms. Boyce knew at least one of the victims and indicated the workplace shooting was tied to a domestic violence-related dispute. They have issued a $10,000 reward for any actionable information leading directly to her capture.
So
yeah,
killed 2 dudes at her job.
that she killed 2 motherfuckers at her job. Why?
Why I'm over here fucking with my chain? It ain't listening to you. But how'd she kill him?
She shot him.
You just walked into him and shot him.
Well, it was this was a result of a domestic violence dispute.
So what? Was she sleeping with both of them?
I don't know if she was sleeping with both of them or she found out they were sleeping together.
Oh, wow. And that's something.
Where did that come from?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? Let me find out.
Yeah, so that's the what in the hell for today. Now, this next story is the why in the hell for today. You know what? This may even, what they say, they call it the donkey of the day on that one show. This may
Donkey of
even
the
qualify
day.
for the donkey of the day. Now, we are going to travel to Mount Vernon, which is
On top of a mountain?
no, it's not on
Oh.
top of a mountain, unfortunately. This is actually the Mount Vernon Police Department in New York. Now a woman, Jennifer Lackard, who is now the former deputy commissioner of wellness for said police department, has been arrested and immediately fired after being accused of acting as a getaway driver for her son during a gang-related shooting.
What? She's a cop?
She is the she was the deputy commissioner of wellness for the Mount Vernon Police Department. So, this shooting took place June 29th, 2026, where Miss Jennifer Lackard's 20-year-old son, Chase Lackard, and for all of you wondering, yes, this is our complexion. Now, Chase allegedly opened fire on a rival gang member near the Bronx Criminal Court. No one was injured in the shooting.
Chase, talk to Coach Bey, man. And bring your mama with me.
Or at least shoot straight. But that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry. Now, they say prosecutors state that Jennifer and her ex-husband James chaperoned their son to the location in their Chrysler Pacifica minivan. I'm sorry. After Chase fired a semi-automatic handgun out the window, Jennifer allegedly took over as the getaway driver.
Get out, come on, get out.
Now, text messages recovered by investigators revealed that she messaged her son,
What the?
You can't just sit directly outside. It has to be timed right.
She was come on, but she was still you was schooling the old boy on how to get busy like
through text messages at that.
Come on, man. And then he wasn't even smart about it. I mean, it was listen, I don't even want to sound like I'm encouraging that in any shape, form, or fashion because it was dumb as hell. You're supposed to be the leader. You know, you outside talking about, hey, Granny Jack, what is you tripping on? And then you work for the city. You basically a cop. I mean, I know we love our kids, but damn, I mean, really? That, you all right? You're not all right because you're going to jail.
Now, yeah, not only was she the getaway driver, but to evade detection, they are saying, the family allegedly swapped seats in the vehicle and had Chase change his clothes while fleeing the scene. Now,
y'all just all in.
Oh, they all in, and they getting ready to be charged as all in. Because as of August 4th, an indictment was submitted by the New York Police Department, and Jennifer and Chase were arrested at their Bronx home. Her husband James is also facing charges in the conspiracy.
What did he do?
He was in the car too. They was all in the car.
Now listen here, damn dummy.
Why
you listen? I don't. What is wrong with you? How you gonna let your wife? Now I get it. You know, this is my queen sitting over here. If I ride, you know, she would ride. Only problem with that is, as the king, if I ride home, she ain't gonna ride. She going home. Get out the car. You got our son with you. Both of y'all going home. I'm finna ride, man. I do it by my loan. You know, so I mean, what type of pro move is that? And then, especially knowing that your woman is the police, got a good job, probably making 3 figures. What was y'all thinking? Was y'all high?
Had to be.
I'm just saying.
Now,
it don't even make sense.
Jennifer and her son are both facing severe criminal charges, including attempted murder, conspiracy, and criminal possession of a weapon.
Wow.
She pleaded not guilty to the indictment and was released after posting a $75,000 bail.
What about him?
It does not say if he made bail or not, but she was immediately terminated from her employment following the arrest. Now both her and her son are scheduled to return to court in September for their trial. And that was the what the fuck of the day.
Wow. That was fucking crazy. Straight up, man. It's insane. I hope y'all still celebrating that pancreatic cancer news. For sure. If you just now tuning in, man, it was revolutionary, man. The FDA accepts application for pancreatic cancer drug divarasib, right? It is a revolution. Revolution Medicines announced that the FDA accepted its new drug application for divarasib, an oral inhibitor targeting metastatic pancreatic cancer. The impact of the drug is pancreatic cancer is historically one of the hardest to treat drugs. In its phase 3 trials, this drug stunned researchers by doubling life, man, doubling life. All right, so go back and check that out. If you just stepping in, man, hit rewind, check out how we laid that out, man. And the access is easy, man, and it's free. It's free, man. Check out, like I said, hit rewind. I'm gonna move on because I got another one, baby. Not often do we get two major announcements, man, as far as on the cancer front. Right? The FDA approves engineered virus therapy, man, for advanced melanoma. Okay? Straight up. Straight up. So engineered virus therapy, man. So the FDA granted accelerated approval for Tudric, right? It is busulfimogene odoropeptide, a generally modified oncologic viral therapy to treat advanced refractory melanoma. I know that's the whole sentence was some words there. I couldn't even pronounce. You know what I mean? So I know that's a difficult thing to deal with. I don't even have to have it, my heart goes out to those who do suffer from it, but I don't have to have it. It's simply the words that describe it in the medicine are complex as hell. So the impact of this medicine, man, it is specifically approved for adult patients whose aggressive skin cancer has continued to progress and resist traditional anti-PD-1 immunotherapy drugs, right? So the impact, it is specifically approved for adult patients whose aggressive skin cancer has continued to progress and resist traditional anti-PD-1 immunotherapy drugs. How the drug works, it's administered in combination with immunotherapy drug Opdivo. This engineered virus is injected directly into tumors to rupture the cancer cells while training the immune system to recognize and attack remaining cancer cells. This is huge, man. This is huge. I'm talking about shout out, man, to our researchers, man. Only in America, baby. Well, that's not only America. Plenty of great research going on around the country. And those countries doing it, man. Shout out to you, man, from My Muscle Mastery Podcast. So the advantage with this drug, man, it will compete against existing cell therapies, but offers a much less invasive option, as it does not require major surgery to harvest a patient's tissue first, right? So no major surgeries, man. No major surgeries. You don't have to go get cut on and all that, right? Skin graft and all that, for them to figure out what's going on, right? So shout out, man. Huge fronts, man, on the cancer front. The FDA approves application for pancreatic drug, divarasib, and the FDA approved engineered virus therapy for advanced melanoma, right? So with those drugs, with any drug, right? When you're dealing with Coach Bey, I go in depth, I go study, man. I want to bring you the real, bring you what's accurate, bring you the truth. again, in a fashion form that you can understand, right? See, I come walking and talking just like those I hope to save, right? And for those others that follow me, man, and those who look at me, man, as a leader, then we're thankful, man, for our well wishes and sympathize. Uh, so we're gonna talk about the side effects of these drugs. It's beautiful. Don't get it confused. It's beautiful that these drugs are now coming to the market. But I want you to know the facts totally. I want you to be excited about it, but I want you to know both sides of the coin, right? Coach Bear never leave you just over on this side when there's more to tell you. I want you to know the whole shebang, right? So the flip side of the coin, of course, is the side effects of those drugs, right? So the side effects for both new cancer drugs are notably different from traditional chemotherapy because these are highly targeted treatments. They cause fewer systematic chemo issues like extreme hair loss or low white blood cell counts, but they do come with unique specific side effects. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? I just said two more things, man. I just made four major announcements, right? The side effects from the drugs I just spoke about, the groundbreaking drugs that have just been released, both for melanoma and pancreatic cancer, both of those drugs have notably different side effects from chemotherapy, right? I'm gonna and check it out. I'm not talking about negatively because they are highly targeted treatments. They cause fewer systematic chemo issues like extreme hair loss or low white blood cell counts, but they do come with unique specific side effects. So the hair loss, all of that, man. I know that's crazy. The low white blood cells, crazy, right? In these specific drugs, you don't have to deal with that, right? So in Daraxonrasib, and that is the pancreatic cancer pill, because it is an oral pill that shuts down KRAS gene, which is also present in healthy skin and gut cells. Its primary side effects affect the skin and digestive tract, right? Because it is an oral pill, its side effects primarily affect the skin and digestive tract, right? Makes sense. The most common issue, acne-like skin rashes, right? This is with the pancreatic pill. Acne-like skin rashes. A staggering 86% of patients experience the rash. This can range from a mild facial flushing to painful, widespread skin and fingernail inflammation. All right. The gastrointestinal issue, right? Diarrhea affects roughly 67% of patients, while nausea, 52%, and vomiting, 42%, are also highly prevalent. All right, so this isn't easily thing, but I'm gonna tell you something. Anytime there's something groundbreaking, there's something right that's gonna extend life. And always anything in life, man. You heard your mom say things that are worth keeping are worth fighting for, right? I'm telling you that things are worth having, are worth sacrificing. Right? Stop thinking everything is given to you. Right? Stop looking for something to be handed to you. Right? Be willing to work for it and be willing to respect it, right? When it's out there, be willing to understand that I may have to sacrifice, I may have to give to take, and that's okay, right? Uh, gastrointestinal issues with this drug, the pancreatic cancer pill, uh, diarrhea 67%, nausea 52, vomiting 42, mouth sores. Over 54% of patients develop stomatitis, painful inflammation over sores inside the mouth. This is 54%. So this is over half. So you hear me? This is over half. The silver lining. There is a silver lining, right? There is a silver lining. You know, oncologists report that despite these numbers, the drug is considered highly tolerable, right? So people are dealing with these side effects and moving on with it. Only 1.2% of patients had to stop taking it entirely due to side effects. But really nobody else. Everybody was okay compared to over 11% of patients on standard chemotherapy. Right. So everybody were okay because this is breakthrough. I mean, this is what chemotherapy is not. This is not that, what you go through with the hair loss and the low blood cell count, you know. Yeah, but there are side effects. So shout out, man, to science and everything. The science definitely. It's always a shout out to the science, man. Uh, when we come back, we're gonna talk briefly about Dr. Erica Schwartz, confirmed as the first Black woman to lead. Okay. Uh, so major story, man. Black health focuses on unfocused. These are the stories we'll talk about later. The first one in this major story list I want to talk about is Dr. Erica Schwartz, who's confirmed as the first Black woman to lead the CDC. In a historic decision, the Senate confirmed Dr. Erica Schwartz as the director of CDC, making her the first Black woman to lead the nation's premier public health agency. Well, shout out to the Black Queen. Why it matters, Dr. Schwartz takes control at a time when the agency faces massive internal upheaval, low morale, and local infectious outbreaks. Public health advocates note that having a Black woman at the helm is a major step towards prioritizing systematic racial gaps on the national level. So, shout out to the Black Queen, man. We're going to see what she do. We'll report back on her, man, as she get in there. Next week we'll bring a little bit more who she is. But right now we're just talking about things that are going on out there. Uh, major stories in Black health, in Black health is where we're at right now. The NAACP launched its first of its kind health equity map, right? At its national convention, the NAACP, in collaboration with Sanofi, launched a digital map titled Black Communities Health. The tech of it uses a interactive map to track health equity at the zip code level using data from 23,000 Black residents, right? Everybody needs to get on that list because that's not nearly enough. You need to be getting data from 23 million Black residents, right? So they can have an accurate, be powerful, be strong, have an accurate record of how to deal with Black folks. Like no different than AI getting fat, of every piece of information. We want to get on that list and give them, more access, more power to deal with Black health. Accurately say where it's being given as it should and where it's not. Because we know we suffer disproportionately from that as well, from systematic injustices, healthcare, things of that nature. That's a fact. That in me, and it 100-year-old people in the Senate and the House been there for 18,000 years, and is standing on the steps of the House in clean suits. Okay, so this is where we are now. This don't be mad at me. So NWA, so the goal of this thing that's NAAC, the health equity map, it makes hyper-local disparities impossible to ignore. Exactly, it contrasts, it brings things to the forefront, right? For lawmakers, it shows perceivably how local factors like regional food deserts, deserts, closing rural hospitals, and zip code level environmental stressors directly correlate with higher rates of chronic conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. Talked about this, something strange. All this is coinciding. My brain, I would call it confirmation spirit. Everything just coincide with everything that I taught during the series of the code of diabetes. So before we go, I don't like I never feel good about going, but I get angry about going to these subjects because they are factual. This is a sadder one when I talk to you about stress levels and what they can cause as far as talking about diabetes. A landmark study proves discrimination shortens lives. Point blank period. Right? A landmark study proves discrimination shortens lives via information. Period. You know what I mean? Period. So it ain't no if, ands, buts about it. Uh, Massive multi-decade study published in early 2026 provided the most definitive proof yet that enduring racial discrimination physically alters the body and shortens life expectancy. I ain't making this shit up. Right? It pisses me off to bring these facts to the table. But it pisses me off even more that you don't know these facts. It pisses me off even more that they don't teach you these facts. It pisses me off even more that there are individuals around you that will complain about these facts but won't do a damn thing about them. It pisses me off that somebody somewhere right now talking some shit about somebody but ain't doing shit. So if you ain't doing nothing, if you ain't got something to say, if you ain't in this fight, man, and you ain't nothing but negative, especially if you negative, just taking away, man, get off with your fucking head. That's my opinion. But you know how the king is. Protect your family, man. Protect your queen, protect your children, man. Get wise, get smart, man. Get in the best position in your life that you can, right? You are in position to do that. Should you choose to, right? And need some sense of direction, we all understand, right? See, when I communicate things to the ignorant, I communicate things for their instruction, right? And to be ignorant is the bad thing. It just means that you simply do not know. But when I communicate things to the ignorant, I communicate for their instruction. When I communicate things to the wise, I communicate for what? My own improvement. But when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. I don't talk to you about something and walk out of here and not do it. I implement my own strategies, right? And they have been somewhat successful. I'm not Elon Musk, but I'm not out there either. I'm right here where I want to be, doing what I want to do. So, that's what it is. So in this landmark study, man, when we found out that discrimination physically alters the body and shortens life expectancy, how does it shorten the body, Coach Bey? Well, damn, Coach Bey, you just talked about this. Discrimination, stress, shorten lives, and diabetes. Causes the arteries, and it causes the gears where insulin trying to travel down the pancreas, right? Blocks the signal, all this type of stuff. Like you just talked about this, right? So the biology, right? Researchers tracked the presence of specific proteins like linked to stress and found that 49.3% of the mortality gap between Black and white adults is explained by chronic stress and biological inflammation. I said some shit that was hidden under 4 stacks of 50,000 rocks and 4 motherfucking ships, didn't it? But I'm gonna say it again, right? Coach Bey and Mind Muscle Mastery gonna say it again, right? The biology. Researchers tracked the presence of specific proteins linked to stress and found that 49.3% of the mortality gap between Black and white adults is explained by chronic stress and biological inflammation. So in other words, let me break this down for you. We way more fucking stressed than our white counterparts. We way more discriminated against than our white counterparts. We way more fucking down. We are left feeling like shit way more than our counterparts. We are left struggling, stressing, wondering why. We are left out there ignorant so much more than our counterparts. I love you, my white nation, but I'm telling you the truth, and you know I'm speaking the truth. So stand with me as you stood with me years ago. You died behind us. You died at our sides then, and you died at our sides now. Otherwise, there can be nothing but are televised. So the takeaway. Decades of navigating systematic bias and neighborhood surveillance trigger a permanent fight or flight response, right? The takeaway, decades of navigating systematic bias and neighborhood surveillance trigger a permanent fight or flight response. This physically damages organs and leads to earlier death, even when factoring in income and education level. So even if you one of them, I don't even want to say it, but even if you one of them Negroes out there to think you better than everybody else, I'm educated, I got this and that, I got this money, that don't mean shit. Because you know why? Because you're still not immune to it around you. You got family that's going through it. You see it on TV. You hear from this administration. You hear the racism and the hate and the bigotry that comes out of this administration's mouth. You can't listen. The truth don't need no support. You're still human and you still made by God. So you still linked to that tree, buddy. So you can lie to yourself, man. But the soul, man, the soul remains perfect even in the bosom of a fool. What you say, Coach Bey? I said the soul remains perfect even in the bosom of a fool. This is why a fool go in church as a fool and still wind up crying and hollering about God in church. Why you think they want to stay out of this place? They can't control themselves there, man. This is God's house and that's God's blessing. So you run and hide from the man, but you can't do that. Adam couldn't, Eve couldn't. He peers the secrets of every heart, man. So don't play, don't play with him. Don't play your fucking Xbox. Shout out to Nintendo and Xbox. Shout out to Meta, for letting me talk this way and teach y'all about Black health, man. And I get it up. So we're gonna cut this one for tonight, man. I'm sorry we late. We are late. Working on keep it trill with y'all, keep it real with y'all. We fam. Trust me when I'ma lead you. I can't, man. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life studying on how. So this is Mind Muscle Mastery Podcast, man. We done it again, baby. This is our 12th episode, baby. We done it again. You better understand there's 90% of podcasts don't make it to the 10th episode, baby. So understand this is our 12th episode, man, with plenty of downloads, and we'll be back. We got a Thursday live on Facebook Live, X, YouTube. It should have been on TikTok. All of my TikTok fans, we got 37,000 followers on TikTok. We got 3,700 followers on TikTok, almost 4,000. Understand that we put in the paperwork. We did the paperwork. We went live. We had the key to stream, all that, and TikTok didn't allow it. That was last Thursday. So this Thursday, we'll try it again, man. But if you are on TikTok, go tell TikTok, to quit bullshit. I know you involved. I know y'all involved, or y'all in the bed, man. You know what I mean? Possibly sleeping with the enemy, but now a real one's coming. And I'm going to say what got to be said. So, see y'all next time, man. Thursday, we're going to go live, man. We got something coming before then. Y'all be good, man. Y'all be safe. Take care of your family. Take care of your children, man. We love y'all. Stay out of trouble.